Hello, my name is Rabbi Nochem Rosenberg. I'm well acquainted now with the people. I am an advocate for the children that have nobody to fight for them and nobody to teach them about the bad habits that the teachers are doing to them with abusing them sexually. At the same time, I also fight for these small children that their parents sent them to the mikveh, which is a ritual bath, and on Fridays to take a shower before the Sabbath, and these people get abused there by pedophiles waiting for them for hours and doing wrong things to them. I want to begin, first of all, to give a progress report of what is happening. The progress report is as follows. About 1.5 years ago, when we started very heavy to talk about this on my hotline in the ultra-orthodox Jewish community, I was shut down by gun threats twice. Plus, after I was closed for about a month, I tried to open it and say happy holidays because it was for the Jewish holidays. I was threatened that I will be shot, and guess what? These people kept their promise. They did shoot. But the unfortunate thing for them, or the fortunate thing for me, was that it came out of a running car and the angle was a little different than it should have been, so instead of hitting this way, it hit this way. And thank God I'm still here, and probably because I have to finish the mission that we started. I want to update the people what's happening. What is happening is, first of all, we are moving slowly towards the right direction. What that means is we have 9 arrests in Boro Park in the ultra-orthodox community. We have 1 in Crown Heights now, and there are still some coming up, and there are still some arrests in Williamsburg going to be coming up. We made a movement forward that children today know exactly what it means sexual abuse. They also know exactly to holler, to scream, and to get help. To discuss it with their parents, and their parents have now means of where to go if they need help. And that is what is happening. First of all, there was a unanimous vote about teachers that they should have to, that's the private school teachers, they should have to be fingerprinted and under oath to say that they had never molested a child. This was a struggle for a lot of years, and because there was a lot of political pressure onto 2 big organizations, which is the OU and Agudas Yisrael, who fought against this law, because of unanimous pressure of wealthy contributors that the community has put on, they had to bow and they had to agree to this law. Now, one of the major things about passing the law was that there was an argument that these teachers are considered rabbis and they have what they call privilege of rabbi or privilege of attorney or privilege of priesthood. We told them that it's not true. They're not rabbis. I explained in Albany that you couldn't find 5% of them that have a GED or a high school degree. They just know the curriculum and they're teachers. They're not rabbis. Therefore, they should not be getting any kind of privileges, especially when they were caught doing sexual things to these boys for the past 40 years. So everybody started to understand. The government has checked into it and they saw that they're not rabbis. They barely wear the title teachers. So that's one of the major breakthroughs that we finally have, that the teachers know that they have to start behaving. The only thing is that we still didn't get any place, which we will talk about, is even though the law has passed, who is going to go and tell on the teacher that they did something wrong? What I mean to say is like this. There's a famous story where a person went to play golf on the Day of Atonement, which is the holiest day in the Jewish calendar. That's called Yom Kippur. So the rabbi begs him, please don't go play on Yom Kippur golf. Come into the shul and pray to God. So he says to the rabbi, well, I'm not Orthodox and I'm going to do what I feel comfortable doing. And guess what? He goes onto the field and every shot he hits was a hole in one. One shot, the next shot, and the third shot, every one was a hole in one. So he turns around to God and he says, oh dear God, why do you do this to me? There's nobody here to witness it. We still have a big problem. There's nobody here to witness it. If, let's say, a teacher will molest a child after he had signed that note that he had never molested anybody and he will not molest her, there, at this point, there will be nobody that is going to come and say anything on that teacher. Why? Because they tell the community, if you don't want to look like Rabbi Rosenberg, who is Rabbi Rosenberg? That's me. What do I look like? A bullet shot which is going to stay for the rest of my life. And guess what? I'm not so sure it's not going to happen again either. I know my life is a danger. If I was an insurance man and I would want to make for myself a life insurance, I probably would not be able to do it, because if the truth is out there that my life is in danger, nobody's going to write me a life insurance policy. And that is what's happening. So there will be nobody to come and testify that this and this happened. I, as being 40 years in this community, and I grew up here, still don't have a place to daven, to worship. I'm kicked out of every shul and every street I go. They spit at me, they call me names, they call me very slang and slender names, which I don't deserve. So nobody wants to look like Rabbi Rosenberg, so they're not going to be here to, say the truth of what's happening. All of these people who came along the whole time and they made arrests, they're going through the worst of times just like myself. When they go with their children to shul, they're being screamed at, spit at. 2 days ago, I went to Boro Park to visit one of these people because I wanted to discuss something with him. So the rabbi says, we threw him out of this shul. I said, why did you do such a nasty thing to throw him out of this shul? He says, because he's an informer. He sat into jail somebody from Boro Park. So this is the kind of treatment we still get. So the only way we're going to win the war is if united we stand, divided we fall. We must unite ourselves. Unfortunately, we have evidence enough. We have 1 out of 5 children in the Orthodox community that was molested by teachers or in these ritual baths, in these mikvahs by pedophiles. And it's still going on big time. And if we're not going to unite ourselves, we're going to lose.
Is this the little girl I carry? Is this the little boy at play?